Welcome to Still Plays Galaxy Heroes Grand Arena, the penultimate match of Season 27. Last round was a loss. The complete breakdown is in the last video, but I'll show it here for thoroughness. Little Jawas involved, and mostly it went fine. This looks deceptive. I don't know. It's possible I could have won this thing if I wasn't doing as much testing, or he may have just quit when he got the lead. I don't know. But he did attempt the battles, which makes me feel like there was a shot in there. But BAM in particular, there's ways through BAM with enough attempts. So one shots in the first wall. Back wall. There was a Starkiller here, got a hold, and so did the Tuskens. Tuskens, this is the first time they've got a hold for me. Starkiller, this is why I put him together with Palpatine instead of splitting them up like I was trying. That wasn't working. Up top, these guys did well. Bosk here getting a hold, BAM getting a hold. The other teams went down. This is why I wonder if the victory was possible. I did a whole lot of weird things last round, and maybe if I didn't, there's a win, but probably not. And let's move on to the current matchup. Let's not dwell on that one. If you want to see more about that, check out the end of the last video. RM Dark 2LA. This guy has a pretty insane roster. He does take Grand Arena seriously in 5v5. 3v3, he doesn't. He did do a couple battles, but in general, this 3v3 season, he has only done the minimum one for rewards. So that's what I'm betting on, but it's no guarantee. 8.6, 8.7 million GP. He's got 5 GLs. Let's just do this because we've been doing this on a few videos. Here is what these characters look like. And in terms of the speeds, just to give you an idea, Piet is right around 300. So where was Piet? That's scary. So Piet's at 306. I'm guessing Watt is above 300 too. So he has a whole lot of characters above 300 speed, which would be very bad if he was going to be playing. So if we look at this a little bit further, we'll pull up the hotbot. But before the hotbot, I do think I want to show. Here's the SWGOH GAC bracket. My opponent right there. This is how good his roster is. Like, the only reason I'm facing him is because during this 3v3 season, he's dropped down from Kyber 1. In Kyber 5, he was a Kyber 1 player. He's just one of those people who doesn't care about 3v3. There's plenty of players like that. But you look at his 6-stop mods, 337. His top 25 is at 25.88. And he's the second best with the top 500 speeds at 16.66. Somehow there's a crazy person here who's at 18.3. So we're going up against some of the best mods that I've ever had to face. Although I think as long as he doesn't participate, we are looking at a win. Hotbot. Large guild, low lifetime banners. So I would say he's not really a Grand Arena player, but the crystal incentive probably has made him a 5v5 player in Grand Arena 2.0. That is how I'm interpreting that. Zetas are very high, makes sense. All of his Amis are Grand Arena Omicrons. So that's interesting for a player who I think has mixed interest in Grand Arena, because usually these kinds of players have Territory War Amis. pretty reasonable amount of relics for how the rest of his roster looks like. Like sometimes I've seen relic counts that were far higher than this number, especially with the tier 7s. He only has 36. We had one opponent once who had more tier 7 relics than I had relics total. So this is not that kind of opponent, but all the other metrics would make me think his relic count would be higher. We already touched on the 6-dot mods. They are excellent. And here are the speeds on his GL. I'm starting to feel like we've reached the limit of what I can do with 2 GLs. We've been struggling a lot. Maybe this is a 3v3 thing though. We were fine in 5v5. Maybe in 3v3 I've been stretched a little bit more, but it's also I've been putting more on defense this past week during week 3 than I did in week 1 and week 2. So maybe I need to pull some teams over to offense. Has Star Killer. Good speeds on these characters. So it's an uphill battle. Looking at this defense, I don't think I changed it. No, I did not change anything. But again, for thoroughness, I'll quickly click on these things so you can take a look at what is on my defense. Pause if you want to spend some time with it. The other day, I put out the Grand Arena videos for the alt account. I think that's something I'm going to do a little bit until the new computer comes in and I can handle streaming. This machine is too old for that. It struggles. It's very laggy in all the testing. Which is fine for roster management. Maybe that's something I'll start doing is maybe during my Grand Arena prep, I'll do that on Twitch. But as far as like doing any battles, going through conquest, things like that, I don't know if we're going to be doing that until the new machine shows up. So that's the D. Now let's check out his. This is pretty merciful and manageable for somebody who doesn't seem that interested in 3v3. He could just throw down everything, but Telzing, Boss Kazam, Bam, Nute, Crew, like that's an easy wall. Down below you can see Lord Vader and Darth Revan, Grievous, CLS, and Qui-Gon. There's a few things we can do here. One, I think I do want to do some testing. What I really ought to do is just JMK this Lord Vader. And I know my Fennec is not going to work. She's only Relic 5. But I want to test it. It's a dumb thing to do. But I just want to see what it looks like at this level because CG doesn't give us a place to test things. But, you know what? Let's start off with a couple battles and then we'll go do that. Because it's just better to get these things started off with some wins and not a bunch of dumb things. I can do the testing throughout the remainder of this. And you know what? How do I want to handle that Qui-Gon? Because I have been using gas a lot for this. I guess it is a Relic 8 with a Relic 7. Like, it's very good. What I should do, like since I've started this channel, I've watched a lot of fewer Grand Arena streams, and it's left mine. It's not a good thing to do. Like, I should make a commitment to watch other players more often. This might be the best call, but my discomfort is I haven't done this really. I just know it works. I just feel like I'm going to misplay it. Let's just do it. After that long speech of not doing dumb things. So I imagine the way that this works is we hit Anakin. He's stunned then. His cooldowns were increased. Or maybe I needed to work on Qui-Gon first before I did that. And now we take out Qui-Gon. I'm also a little concerned about my Jolee because my Jolee is only relic 4. But I think we're fine. Also, normally I don't do this because I like to keep my Jedi Knight Revan for my Jedi Master Luke. Alright, we were fine. Alright, we're good. I have not planned this out at all. This is one of those days where I've been busy and didn't plan this out. Because I was going to do Shaak T up against Grievous, but I had been using gas here. Which now I don't need to do. But I'm not sure if my gas can handle this Darth Revan. Let's just do it. I'd rather keep my Jedi Master Luke. Okay. Got through my protection real fast. Already sacrificed. This is all terrible. This is why I was thinking Jedi Master Luke. Because this is a loss. Yeah, no, this is terrible. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. It just would have been nice. Some more speed, some more relic levels. It kind of went exactly as I thought it would, which is a reason not to do it. Which is why you also usually see me do Jedi Master Luke up against Revan. And it's also a pretty strong argument for me to finally increase the gear level on that squad. Because putting myself into a situation where I'm forced to use better than gas, that's not a great situation to be in. I am very happy to be in a period of streaming TV that has things to watch again. Because I have been talking for several videos now about searching for something to watch that would satisfy me and struggling with it. But we've now have Kenobi, Stranger Things. I just crushed the boys. There's been a lot of good and fun stuff. Don't. There we go. I do wish they could have spread some of the stuff out, though. That's one thing that's nice about Marvel having control of Lucasfilm, or Disney having control of Marvel and Lucasfilm, is they tend to spread out their stuff throughout the year where they're not stacking on top of each other, where now we have so many shows stacked on top of each other. You know what would have been great for CLS? And my guess. This is why I need to plan things out at a time. To stop myself from being myself. That's not great. That's a dumb thing to have done to myself. How else do I want to handle this? Alright, I'm going to play as if there is no GL on the back wall. We're going to have to use Jedi Knight Luke here. We'll have to use Jedi Master Luke up against Darth Revan. And we will use JMK, but we are going to waste a team here. Because I want to see what happens. We're going to do this. I'm sure I don't have anything close to the right speeds. Definitely don't have the right gear. But I want to see how far off we are. I mean, it's a Relic 9 Lord Vader with Maul. In the Maul versions, this doesn't work as well as against. In all the counter data, when this works, Maul is not really on the team. But let's see what happens. Yeah, this is bad. Ooh. Okay, let's quit. Let's do the real thing now. Where's my mace? Oh yeah, mace is with Qui-Gon now. Okay. Do I go after... I'm just wondering if I focus on Royal Guard, if I'm able to take him out before Ahsoka can do the Annihilate. I doubt it. Also, I don't know. Let's just do it. Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. Let's do this. I want to get to work on Maul. Yeah, that's not great. Also not great. Don't like it. Ooh. Okay. For the future, I know I should save, what is this called? Save hello there for after Maul goes. Probably make a big difference. But we're fine. Let's just auto. But next 3v3 we'll have a much better Fennec. Okay. Don't make me worry, guys. Let's get this done. Oh, I don't like that. Oh my god. Seriously? Oh my god. I never should have done that stupid casting. Alright, well, last round we were able to clean up a lone JMK with Wampa. Let's see if Wampa can clean up a lone Lord Vader. Why is Starkiller? Oh! I have... Wait. This doesn't make any sense. I thought Starkiller was on defense. I thought Oh, that was in the recap. Okay, I guess I just didn't notice. I've got Starkiller, apparently. Which makes sense, because I wasn't expecting this guy to attack. And because of that, I felt like, okay, we can at least get some Starkiller testing done. I'm just kind of exhausted of this season of 3v3. I want to go back to what the old school still plays of like before Grand Arena 2.0 where we'd get weird pretty often. This is bad. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad. I bet Fennec could clean this up right now. I have done Fennec in Territory Wars as a cleanup. Maul. Nah, Maul we probably want to use elsewhere. How do we want to do this? Alright, this is we're gonna clear the rest of this. It's also, I do need to work on increasing the relic level on that GMK squad. Let's do this. Ability blocks. Yoda for the turn meter. Let's taunt, sure. Have a little fun. Getting rid of Chupio to get rid of the shared stats. Luke is easier once he's gone. But I don't like this damage that's happening. This is bad. That's really bad. Oh my god, guys. Don't scare me like that. I've been foolish enough so far. Alright, Darth Revan. Okay. We're resorting to dumb things. You know, before I do something, no, we're gonna do it. Because at this point, that's my only way we're getting through Darth Revan. Juhani, sure. Now let's do Juhani. Although this is less successful against these better Darth Revan squads. Okay. Don't like it. You guys already did your turns. Let's just do this. Okay, fine. Do this. Does not gonna matter. Okay. Oh, seriously, guys? I'm not playing this right. Go down. No, 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 no. Go down. Okay. Okay. Stay focused on Revan. No, you can't. Don't lay down on the wires. Come on, man. Alright, we could have played that a little cleaner, but it's fine. Now, how do I want to do this? See, Maul can do it. Star Killer maybe can. Let's just do Maul. I'm going to regret this in other battles. Wasting gas like I did was a mistake. I knew gas wasn't going to work up against Darth Revan. Not my gas. That's the only battle I take back. The rest of the things were testing that I wanted to do. I should have kept Tuskens for offense. Okay. Don't like it. Okay. This is not good. This is all very, very bad. I'm just doing this. Yeah, that's terrible. Just keep doing this until we heal up a whole lot. That's a whole lot of dots on Bo-Katan. She's not surviving that. We're not getting through this. With this team, I mean. We gotta get 5 stacks. Although, I gotta keep them alive. So I need to do this. Never mind, I can't. Yeah, this isn't working. Ouch. And now I really wish I had Fennec, because I think Fennec could beat this right now. Thing is, some of these cleanups work better. In a 5v5 context. And this Relic 9. He's got buff immunity. Do I want... No, he's got buff immunity. Let's just go with the basic. Sure. Vulnerable something. Don't like it. Basic. Come on. All right, that should let me pull this down. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. I gotta get him to a high relic right away. Bad. Okay. Okay. Jeez. I got real quiet. When I get quiet, you can tell I'm like focused and a little tense. Alright. I think I still have enough teams. We burned through a lot of good teams. But I've got a very deep roster. And I think, I don't know. I don't know how much of a path forward there is. There's kind of a path forward. It's not great. The biggest problem is I used up my planned Bosk counters, and I don't know if I have a way through Bosk. I need to think it through. Can my Malak beat Bosk? Alright, let's work on the contract. Let me take my turn. Let's go for Telzine. I'm more confident this will take out Telzine. Perfect. There we go. Let's get conflagration. Yes! Alright, we'll troopers this. Although, is that... Yeah, B1's annoying enough where this is worth it. Dark is probably one of my next relics. But it might be a while before I get to relics. I'm still working on replenishing resources. Yeah, let's just do that. See, this feels like overkill, but other teams could have struggled a whole lot more. We can JTR this. There's not enough gear here. For everything else he doesn't have, I'm surprised. Or for everything else he does have, I'm surprised he doesn't have a Kylo relic. Let's work on Hux first. Hux is the only real threat here. Pull the turn meter. All right, we'll auto from here. I have limited options. Let's think about this. Did I put Padme on defense? God, I did, didn't I? I did, didn't I? I know I did. Why did I do that? I want a lot of those teams I burned back. I might, I easily could have cleared this. But I might not because of the choices I've made today. How am I gonna go about this? What else can beat that stuff? I need to use things that aren't good up against a very good team. Finn, come on. The life decisions I've made today are very poor. It's like, Finn. There were so many things I could have done to beat Finn, and now I don't have them. Same thing with Iden. Who scares me more? Mon Mothma or Iden? You know what? Let's throw in Jawas here. I really don't think this is going to work. But we may as well try. I'm really glad we're getting that extra week because I think I needed it. I don't think that's enough. Thing is, if I don't throw this now, I don't think I get another chance. I'm not going to do it. I should have thrown it. I should have thrown it. I need to start just throwing it. Maybe we've taken... No, Cara Dune just revived herself. Alright. We are not full clearing today. Not a chance. But this will get weird. That's not what I'm looking for. I feel like this is something. But Dash could do some real damage to this. And I think turn order is very important for this squad, potentially. We lost a bunch of damage because we already lost our spare parts now. Oh, I don't like any of this. Definitely hate all of this. Yep. Yeah, let's try it again. AoE. Yeah. There's no Jedi for me to throw the Inquisitors out, right? Of course not. Of course not. What do I want to do? We're gonna head up top. This is one of those, we're going to do Bad Batch here. This is one of those counters where it's possible, but his mods are great, and I don't know if it works at my gear level. Could. Okay, let's do this. I like it. This. Tech to remove turn meter. Sure. Swap with Echo. Pretty good. Okay. Don't like that. Remove turn meter. I didn't get to remove any turn meter. That's bad, but not terrible. Now I don't like it. Yeah, see, this is one of those things with maybe different mods or more gear. This is a win. We also didn't remove turn meter from Mando like I needed to or wanted to at that particular moment. I want to get to ships. I'd rather clear this front territory, but I don't think it's possible because Maul was my intended boss counter. We're just gonna try it. Although, is there anything that can beat Malak here? The thermal, I don't think is gonna do it. I don't know if there's anything in Sign of Jango's kit that can do it. So there's extra defense and tenacity to throw on Malak. I could do even more stats with Talon, but I'm not going to. I'm going to regret this. Especially Sith Trooper. Because Sith Trooper's just going to die. But I'm really expecting everybody to die except for Malak. I'm putting a lot of faith into Malak here. And the fact that I don't think this is a good version of the Bosk squad. You could see how much better this would work if I had a Relic Sith Trooper, another character I want at Relics. Sure. Yeah. We're not doing any damage. Okay. I'm just gonna do basic. That was nothing. We're not going to do enough damage to get past the recovery from the Bosk Zeta. That's the big problem here. Yeah, not even close. I'm hoping with more stacks of the, what was it, Dark Frenzy, Dark Infusion? What? I wasn't even targeting Bosk because I didn't think we would do that much. Should I be going after Bosk? Alright, this is what we're going to do. I'm just targeting Bosk and hoping I can do enough drain lives. There's no way we're going to. They're just going to land too many debuffs. But this is why I thought Malak had was the right choice, because I didn't think there was any way they could kill him. There's just, we can't deal with that recovery. Alright, this is a waste of time. Alright. We're doing the Vader thing we've done a couple times. We're just doing dumb stuff. I'm basically counting on this guy at this point to not take this seriously. Okay. Don't like any of that. All this counts on getting enough dots. This is bad. We're not even close. There's the sacrifice. Okay, here we go. I feel like this is bad. Alright. Let's just chuck it. Yes! Okay, more dots. These stacks of momentum is getting pretty devastating. I don't know, we can clean it up now. There's no Zam. Oh, I don't have Mando. Oh my god. Wait a second. There's nothing in his kit that prevents revives, right? That doesn't matter for this. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try it. Let me just double check this. Ooh, I've burned through so many actual teams. Being a fool today. Although I've probably had more fun doing this than other things in a while. Stun or stag? I think I want the stun. Yeah. This would probably be better with Telzing. Because I'm going to need a whole lot of revives to do enough damage. And actually, I should have brought in Talia, because the foresight is going to be super annoying. Because I want them to die. Spirit's going to stay alive. And really, I'm just going to auto. They're going to do dumb stuff, though. I'm going to auto basic. I need you guys to start dying. Alright, I need to heal up a tiny bit. Daka can't die. Perfect. Bring him back. Same deal. I guess I should just be focused here. Oh my god. I wasn't paying attention to Daka's health. Alright, I'm done. I don't even know if this is going to work. I was going to use this on the back wall, but I got to get through this front wall. It's my only goal anymore. And I do not feel confident about this. I don't trust this squad all that much. I really want to get them higher. I guess they're already at Gear 12. I'd really like to get them to Relics. Alright, we're fine now. I'm going to just rant about stuff right now. So one of the things that I've been watching on Netflix during this period of having nothing I felt like watching is a lot of a mixed bag of horror movies. Some have been solid. Some have been awful. But what it's really taught me, and it's like one of those things you have in the back of your head and you know, but when you avoid it, you don't have to deal with it, is just the extremely absurd range and quality of Netflix's stuff. To the point now where if I see the N in the corner, that is a sign to me to be extremely skeptical. And it's a really weird business decision. Because to a smaller degree, it's what has happened with HBO Max. Because it's really a confusing thing with HBO Max because HBO Max is not HBO. It is one. The previous owner, who was it? AT&T, I think, or maybe Verizon. I forget who owned them before, but it was their business decision where they decided to risk watering down the HBO brand by putting it with the HBO Max. They are different production companies, so the HBO stamp of quality cannot be applied to HBO Max. And it's a risk because if HBO Max doesn't maintain quality, what it results in is no longer trusting HBO as a brand. Now that hopefully is going to be fixed with the new ownership. Discovery, I think, is who owns it now. But it's with Netflix, they have not been protective of their own brand. And now when I see that Netflix N, I have to Google everything. It's just assigned to me. Check if this is even worth watching, worth your time. Which, I don't know. A lot of time, it is not. I watched a movie called Malevolent. It has Florence Pugh. Really solid horror movie. I really enjoyed it. Not amazing or anything, but it's a pretty good horror movie. I watched other movies. Is this going to work? This is not going to work. Do I think this will work? You know, let's give it a shot. Yeah, so I've been just watching a bunch of things. I watched a movie called In the Tall Grass. It's perfectly adequate. I watched a movie called Ava, which they do the little trick where they put in a bunch of big names, like it's Jessica Chastain, Colin Farrell, John Malkovich, and it is unwatchable. It is pure trash. And I'm tired of that kind of stuff. It makes me really miss the old algorithm. Bosk is going to taunt and complicate things for me. Can we stun him? Yeah, let's do that. Sure, we'll do an armor shred. I'll need it later. I don't want it right now. Oh my god, come on, guys. We're doing no damage. Finally, oh my god. Let me try and get him stunned. Oh my god. This isn't gonna work. I wish I could toggle like basic or just normal auto on each individual character. Because the death mark's not going to work. See, like, we don't have enough time to do this now. I really want my Maul team, because my Maul team didn't even do anything against Vader. Oh my god. I have no idea if this is going to work. I don't think it's going to work. Very low on ideas right now. This is an absurdly dumb Grand Arena match I've decided to treat. Just treated this with an amount of contempt that is not worthy. The big idea here is I can ignore Bosk. And I don't have to deal with the bounty hunter's resolve after I get him down or closer if they don't just keep applying a ton of debuffs. We're also not really countering. There's no daze, right? Yeah, let's do that. That was worthless. Go down. Yes, all right. There's at least no tenacity down. Maybe Bosk won't do enough damage or won't land debuffs. What are they not? Oh, you know what horror movies I've been watching a lot of? The Mike Flanagan horror movies. There's a bunch of them on Netflix. He has an exclusive contract with Netflix now, but for a few years he didn't. They're all either excellent or pretty good. Like right now I'm watching his older stuff that I haven't seen, like his stuff that he did before I was aware of him. So, but the big things he's done on Netflix are The Haunting of Hill House, The Haunting of Bly Manor, and Midnight Mass. Those are some of the best things I've seen, especially on Netflix. But in general, like, they're fantastic. Midnight Mass is one of the best things I saw last year. But he has a number of other things, like Gerald's Game he directed. He did a movie called Hush, which is an interesting premise, it's just like a home invasion horror movie trope, but it's done with a deaf protagonist, so it's an interesting twist on things. I watched a movie called Before I Wake. It was solid. He did the sequel or the prequel to the Ouija board movie, which I haven't watched the main movie. It's supposed to be awful, but his sequel is really well received, and it's not bad. I'm not done with it yet, but it's not bad. What am I doing? We don't need the Evan Hawk for this. We're just going to play this like a serious person. We'll play this like I'm a person who is willing to embarrass myself on YouTube, as if I have a channel that I'm trying to build. And people are going to be coming here thinking that I know what I'm doing, so maybe for the rest of these battles I'll pretend like I do. Yeah, let's do that. So what I've stopped doing is Malevolence up against Chimaera. That's just I've just decided it's a bad idea. It's risky. It's not needed. I should really be taking out the TIE Advanced. Is there any target lock on you? I didn't think so. Okay. Perfect. Take out TIE Advance next. Guess not, since the bomber's already dead. Does he not have the TIE Interceptor? See, the reason I did this was I assumed he had the TIE Interceptor. Does the Sith... Oh, look at that. Sith Bomber prioritized over the TIE Advanced. This is why I don't put the Sith ships as a reinforcement. That's a huge mess up. That's good to know. Oh, you know what? What am I more concerned with? Because he has Rey, right? He doesn't have SLKR, we know that. I know we can get through that if we burn a team, so we're going to do this. Because it's Biston. This is a good rebel fleet. Let's do this. Let's get rid of the shield disruption. Other thing I've been watching is on some of the streaming options, they've put on some movies that I've just missed or wasn't interested in at the time, or was kind of interested in. Like, there's a Nicolas Cage movie, The Knowing, and it's by the guy who did Dark City. And the trailers were always an interesting premise, but I never watched the movie. I'm just gonna auto this. We can just auto this, right? Yeah, we're just gonna auto that. Outrider, and was the guy, he did Dark City and The Crow, so he has like two really solid movies. He also did Gods of Egypt, so that's weird. The Knowing, though, it's not good, but captivating the whole time. That's something. Like, it's fairly interesting. It's much better than some like M. Night Shyamalan movies that I've subjected myself to. With the quality of his Raddus, I do not expect where's my ghost? Here we go. I don't expect my finalizer or Raddus to do well, so we're gonna sacrifice and mess up the cooldowns. And then I watched War of the Worlds. It's like Tom Cruise, Spielberg. Just a big budget movie that I'm not very interested in, which is why I didn't watch it. But the thing is, Spielberg is really good at what he does. And Tom Cruise is kind of good at what he does too. I don't like his character in War of the Worlds. And the movies, like, the plot and script are not good or interesting. It's really more like set piece to set piece. It's just things happen to the characters and they move on to the next interesting moment. So there's not really much of a movie, but that's not why you watch a Spielberg movie, really. You watch them because the guy knows how to direct a scene. And I feel like I've had a lot of arguments with people about Spielberg. It's almost like people who argue against the Beatles. It's just like, they're the Beatles. They're good. Like, you don't sound like you know what you're talking about when you say you hate the Beatles. Like, maybe you're not into them, fine. But to say, like, to argue that something objectively good is bad I guess it's a take. But Spielberg's kind of the same thing. It's like, I think people tend to not appreciate what he does because everyone copies Spielberg now. So War of the Worlds is just like, he's very good at doing like the geography of an act. Actually, it's something that was annoying me with the latest episode. No, I'm not going to talk about it. In the third episode of Kenobi, there's a moment in the later half of the episode. I'm not going to say anything specific, but the geography of the scene breaks down. I talk about it on the Discord if you want to see more specifics on it, because it's the type of thing that annoys me, and it annoyed me. But it's the type of thing that Spielberg does not do. There's always a logic to how the action progresses within a scene. And I also watched The Last Samurai, and that's not good. It's watchable, but it is not a good movie. Alright, let's do that. Yeah, get rid of the buffs. I don't think this is going to go well. Like, that's... Do I want it? I think I want the tank. Let's just do it. Because at least that's going towards the ultimate. And this is why I brought out Sergeant, because I knew I needed a tank once my MG100 went down. Perfect. Seriously, man? Okay, I think we're gonna get to the ultimate first. There's evasion up on the other guy, which is why I'm not doing that. But you know what? We can daze and get rid of the buffs. Sure. Ultimate perfect. Wouldn't have been my choice, but sure. Perfect. Let's just get myself to an advantage. See, I like that with all my Gear 11 pilots, that as long as I mess up the cooldowns on the Raddus, we're fine. And if things didn't go well, then I would have the finalizer to clean things up. Instead of using the Raddus at first, maybe that goes poorly, or it would go poorly, and then having to bring in the... Well, no, the same thing happens, because the ultimate would go... The thing is, if I... Sometimes... It's probably not going to be the case now with a 6-star MG100. But before... They would beat me before they would get to the ultimate. And then cleaning it up is an annoyance. Do I want to do more? I kind of feel done. I'm just not interested. Let's do Inquisitors to do Inquisitors. Who do I want to use them up against? Honestly, I feel like Dash is our best shot. They're gonna lose to anybody. Yeah, I just kind of went insane this round. And I guess last round. Last round it wasn't as insane as this one, though. Oof. Seriously, guys? Yeah, it wasn't cool. I can't wait until I can get more stars on Fifth Brother. On the plus side, they've survived longer than I thought they would. I think I have a 7-star Night Sister now. I'm not farming those shards anymore. That was nonsense. Let's do that. Thrawn's a character. Sorry with the microphone there. The cat rubbed up against the thing. And I didn't think to mute it before I fixed it. Sure, let's just do it. This will be the last one. I don't think there's much point to wasting more time with this. Okay. Sure. Oh my god. Do it. I was hoping I would get to explode, but alright, fine. How did your taunt not return? We got close enough where we're gonna keep going. Do I have anybody who can do enough damage left? Kylo can do damage. We got a weird bounty hunter thing going. Oh, I guess we can do Rebel Assault. You know what? Hilarious. Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah. You know what? Let's just go with it. Let's actually do Rebel Assault though. That's the wrong team. I should have kept Tuskens for offense. Because that's something worth testing and interesting to test. Alright, I'm done. I'll tack on the results. The results are very likely going to be my opponent does a single battle unless he looks at the nonsense that I did and decides to give it a shot. Because that is not looking good. The suspicion proved to be correct. My opponent barely participated. He only did a single battle, which I suspect was Wampa versus Grievous from his history. He just goes for the rewards. It's not a guarantee. There was a chance based on his history that he would participate, but that was earlier in the 3v3 season. I think he's gotten tired. I've gotten tired too, as reflected in how I went completely nuts in this match. I don't know, I lost it. I'm looking forward to being done with this season and having that nice long break, but I do want to win, so we are going to take it pretty seriously. I want to go 2-1 for the week. That's always the goal. I'm always trying to go at a minimum 8-4. Unfortunately, this season that is not going to happen, but I will try and lock down that 7-5 season, because last week we went 1-2 instead of the usual 2-1. But we will wrap it up there. Got a lot of stuff to do at the every 3-month period. These quarterly and half-year points is when I like to do these check-ins. So I have some other content I want to be getting out soon. But thank you for watching. We are getting very close to 1,000 subscribers, and I'm looking forward to all of this work to be able to handle my excessive coffee habit. So be safe out there, everyone. Be excellent to each other. This is Still Plays Galaxy of Heroes.